Hello, in this video we're going to talk about another one of the major issues that we found on the road of being an issue is actually checking wheels and tires. As we are required by law when we do our daily vehicle inspections, we have to make sure that our tires are in proper working order, that they've got proper tread, and that they are properly secured on the vehicle. I'm going to show you how to do this, and the first thing I would strongly suggest is that you have a nice pair of gloves with you. Because when you're checking tires, sometimes there happens to be a little bit of cord that's out there, and if you do get it, you're going to get a nasty cut and it becomes very self-correcting. So the first thing we want to do when we're looking at our truck is we want to check and we want to make sure that we have proper tread. As you can see on this tire, we've got more than enough tread. We can see that our wear bars are way down here, way below, and on our front axle we would have to make sure that we have a minimum of 3 millimeters of tread on our front, or what I would call the steer axle. Next thing I want to check when I'm at this tire is I actually want to move my hands around. I want to try and visually check to see if there's any bumps, cuts, or anything else, or tears in the sidewall. The next thing I'm going to want to check on this truck and trailer is I'm going to want to check the rim. I want to make sure that there's no cracks or any other issues or damage to the rim that's going to cause any problems for the tire might fail. Also, I want to be checking the lug nuts, and I want to actually be doing hand pressure on them. And the reason I want to do this is I want to make sure that they don't move. If you actually do this and you can move this hand tight, that means we have an issue and we have to get this tire tightened or retorqued. What we found through our experience is tires become loose for a couple of reasons, but it normally seems to happen after a truck or a vehicle has been taken in to have some maintenance work done on it and the wheel is reinstalled. Normally sometimes the nuts don't properly sit properly, and they need to be rejigged. So in this case, this is why a lot of the garages now recommend that you come back for what's called a retorque or a recheck free of charge after doing 100 kilometers. So we've now looked at this. I am confident and quite able to say that this front tire is secure, that there are no defects on it. I'm now going to move to the next axle of this truck. So I'm going to want to look at the dual tires. Is one extra thing I want to do besides what we did in the front is I actually want to check in between the middle, and I want to physically look at it to make sure that the tires aren't touching, or also make sure that there isn't anything lodged in between the tires. So in order to make sure your tire is proper, what you want to do is you want to look on the sidewalls. And in the sidewalls of your tire, it actually tells you some information. One of the pieces of information is how much air has to be in the tire to be considered maximum. In this case, this tire is rated for up to 80 pounds per square inch, or PSI. So if this tire was to get below 40, so let's say it actually came out as 30, this tire would be considered to be flat, which would cause those issues of the tire to have improper contact. The next thing it'll do is also tell me the load rating, how much weight can this tire take. So in this case, if this tire told me that it was rated for 1,360 kilograms as a dual tire, and this one was rated for 1,360, that would be good for over 2,700 kilograms on this side. So with the trailer, we're going to repeat the same steps that we've done with the truck, nothing different. We're going to be checking the tread. The last thing that I'm going to do is make sure that my bearing cap is actually here and is in place. If the bearing cap is missing, I actually have to have it replaced before I can take the trailer on the road. And the main reason for this is if you get the grit, the grime, and the dirt on the roadway, it starts to get into the bearing. Eventually the bearing will heat up and you will have a tire failure.